welcome back to the combined affiliated states championship for our final game on day one, and it's Western Australia taking on Northern Territory, the two winners thus far in this men's competition. James Sully Sullivan still with you, as is Caleb Reedy. Should be an interesting game, Caleb.
Let's see who's got the petrol left.
Well, it's an interesting point you make. Which side will it favour with that rest? As Julian Wilson-Wiley does come off the back fence, literally, for WA. And Victoria's had the short, maybe 10 minutes rest, and as the ball finds the ground from Jared Smith, bringing it out to Williams. Williams bounces out of one. Bringing it out to, goes to dummy half. Once Pera. Pera ducks off under a high tackle. Referee says, I don't care if he ducked under it. It's a penalty. It's true.
Yeah, I think Pera wanted to keep going, to be fair, too. So both teams getting on with it.
So Pera from the Rockingham Sharks. He's looked pretty good as Solomon gives it now to Tarrant. Tarrant.
They're nowhere near the mark. Touch judge is ages away from him.
They'll start again.
Here we go.
Solomon again finds Tarrant. Tarrant had Butler. The outside of him. Jared Smith goes to dummy half. He tells Butler to get out of the way as Hunt gets it. Ring out, short pass there. Good pass for Fui.
And stolen.
Stolen.
By your mate.
It's an art, isn't it?
Oh, and then they've dropped it.
Seddon Kernoff steals it. And now in the ensuing run, Northern has been tackled and has dropped the ball.
Not what you wanted to see.
Oh, dear oh me, not tackled. He just went to pick the ball up from dummy half and,
Seddon Kernoff's done brilliantly to get that ball back. And then, yeah, unfortunately, Northern's had an absolute speculator.
Ringy header. Got his hands on the football early. Solomon gives Pera an untouched run to the line and some wonderful work off the scrum.
It is literally a carbon copy. So Rangi Hedia does exactly what Delane Edwards did in the last game. He stops the defence. Look at the he does a stop-start move, and 4 defenders follow Bjorn Crotty underneath. And then it becomes a 3-on-2, easy as you like.
And Carney Solomon did the rest and gives, as I said, a clear run for Surla Pera from the Rockingham Sharks to score the first points of the afternoon for the WA men's side.
Quick start from
Well,
WA.
we've seen quick starts from a lot of sides today, and they've been the sides that have been run down.
It's always the first double score. Both men's teams, so Vic scored first, but then WA went whack. Then NT went double score first. Vic tried to come back. So Northern Territory, they want to be scoring next. They want to let that double score in.
Solomon with the conversion attempt just faded it to the left. So 4-0 early stages as we watch the replay again. He couldn't have done a lot, the winger. Grant. Xavier Grant couldn't have done a lot. He had to commit to Solomon. That's the way it goes.
Got to take a go of the ball. Always pressure the inside because they can always drop a pass. But you're right, the inside defence, Rangi Hedia he just burned too many guys.
Butcher with the restart, keeps it low. Hunt traps it with the football, goes backwards. Wilson Wiley picks up the crumbs from Tyler Hunt. Donkin. Good tackle underneath from Wedding. Over the top was Braun. Jared Smith finds Proudler. Proudler look to pass. Ball finds the ground. The try scorer, Pera, he takes it. Oh, he gets to his feet and knocked it on.
Too fast. Really wanted to quick play the ball there, Petter, and just lost control of the footy.
So now NT, they'll get a wonderful opportunity to bounce back. They trail 4-0.
And Seddon Kernoff here will be the one that we'll look at. And the wind's dropped off, which means that it didn't matter, that they didn't change sides.
Jacobson.
He's been solid, Jacobson, at the back for Northern Territory.
Very good. Very good. Wedding. Hall. Hasn't played a lot of football the last few months. But gets his opportunity. Jacob McCarthy. Driven backwards eventually. Butler. Smith was over the top. Wedding skirting. McCarthy, he looks up, finds Butcher. He'll look for Jacobson. He's got runners outside. Takes the tackles. Proudler just chipped him in the run to the line. Last tackle, Butcher. Clever kick, still alive. Had to be eventually.
Great kick from Butcher.
Bounced on. The Tuarega.
Look at this kick. Big pressure.
Lovely kick.
Wow. That's touch.
And the ball took a little off spin, didn't it?
That's a really nice job there from Butcher.
Solomon with the drop out. He keeps it low as well. Those are games that's beaten everybody. This will be a 70-metre drop out. 71. 2. Picked up. With Jacobson. Well, Carney Solomon can take that one with him.
Yep.
I once did a drop out that went 72. It's Hall now.
Not assisted by the wind at all.
No assist and rolled 17 times. Seddon Kernoff.
They'll be watching him.
Dangerous. Wedding. He's showing a little bit brawn. Bounces off that right foot again and gets out of 2 tackles. Wilson Wiley clips him. Over the top came Crotty. Butcher. He'll kick low again. Perla has to go back. This time takes it. But it's a good tackle. Caleb Nicky coming over the top. Perla not happy. Rangieta. And gets his side of penalty. Nicky a little bit too keen.
Yeah, I mean...
Proudly again, he looks up. He sees Wedding's offside. So he runs straight at him. Referee says play on. Clever football from the experienced Proudler. There's Fui. He jumps out as dummy half for the WA side. Jeffrey's on the field now. He'll find Crotty. Crotty bounces off that right foot. Jeffrey wants to quick play the ball. He gets it. He's got runners coming through. Butler. Ooh. Jeffrey takes a tackle on 4. And a real intent here from WA to play at a fast pace as the ball bobbles up. Hunt. Is it too deep? The bounce will be crucial.
Miles
a nothing kick.
Miles too deep there from Tyler Hunt. Just for our last officiating crew, we've got Graham Vandenberg in the middle of this one, with Joseph Green and Blake Ridge on the sidelines. They've both had middles today as well.
Referees have been good all day as a high tackle. Haven't really noticed the refs, Caleb.
No,
always a good sign.
Always a good sign. One of those things where when it's going wrong, everybody wants to talk about it, but when it's going right, no one wants to give them the credit they're due.
Well, 6 40-minute halves, and 3 by 30 and then 3 by 40. We've seen some fast football in all games.
Definitely.
Now, NT, the ball's
Can't
taking
find
a
the
while to
footy.
get hold of it at the moment. And as Northern will tap it. Win Ryan.
Try scorer from the last game.
Hall. A little bit of ball movement there. Picks up Braun. Wedding. Butcher. Big body of Stephen Smith from the Palmerston Raiders.
The premiership winning Palmerston Raiders.
Hall again. Just goes forward, puts Jeffrey backwards. Jeffrey bounces again. Crotty comes over the top. He is a big man, Hall, because Bjorn Crotty's a big fella.
And he's got a foot on him.
Once
Caught
again,
it.
He did well.
Serio tricked himself there.
Really did. So he didn't turn off. They get up quick on him. Puts a rush kick. Ringheader says, yeah, leave it to me, boys. And he cleans it up.
Ringheader needs a tighter jersey. I think he's got the smallest one in the gift pack.
Ringheader be his first time in WA State Senior colours as well, I would have thought.
Yep. Obviously, he hasn't been around for 2 years, so...
Solomon gets a very flat ball from Jeffrey.
Moving on.
Proudler.
Look at that for a kick.
Once again, a kick rolls and rolls. Carrera has to go back. And coming across over the top. Good tackle. Tim Noble, who's made his way onto the field for the WA side as NT. Roll it out of their own danger zone. Long pass. Seaton Kernoff this time says, I'll have a run. Nikki spins out of the tackle. Still going. He's got Jacobson with him. An ankle tap from Williams it was.
Awkward one.
Carney Solomon, sorry. It was an ankle tap and then over the top. So penalty. Butcher. So the game really starting to get into an arm wrestle now. WA lead 4-0. Still 28 minutes left in this all-important game 3 on day 1. Stephen Smith. Carreri. Out of dummy half. Seaton Kernoff just takes the pass as they come over the top. Like a rubber man, he bounces around.
Yeah, tougher than he looks as
My
well.
word, he is. Butcher, the ball just sits up and goes backwards a bit. You like that kick again on the far side. Woolley. It's a couple of changes once again for WA as they make them. There was a good run there from Fui, who took another run, strong run out of dummy half for the WA side.
Woolley backs it up as Peyton Porter puts his head down and goes bang. Gets another.
Porter still going.
What a handful of a player.
When it matters, Ringheader fires a long pass for Proudler. Proudler looked up. I think his outside support was a little bit flat, but Ringheader popping around the back, making something. That's a good tackle underneath from Butcher.
Great tackle.
Very important tackle. Proudler goes one way. It's been touched. So play on. You can hear the referee.
Not the greatest last tackle option, but do what they've got to do.
Well, I think what we've seen a lot of times do it. They're trying to play this fast-paced footy. All of a sudden it creeps up on them. It's the last tackle. So Seaton Kernoff goes to dummy half again. Maybe there's been a little move.
Looks like it. Seeing Kernoff's at 9 now.
Yes, we can see it now. Butcher gives a quick pass. Adrian Roses. Yeah, there's Seaton Kernoff once again at dummy half. I'm surprised he's playing there. That's been charged down. Should we play on? Picked up beautifully. Danger time here. Now for the NT side, but he's dropped the ball. Ezra Tamia. Knock on both ways. After a wonderful opportunity, it was knocked down. Dwayne Butler did the charge down.
about 3 people missed it, and Taumea was the Stephen Bradbury.
Just as he hit the kick. But he didn't. It wasn't the Bradbury he wanted. Once again, this last tackle play, a little bit rushed. Northern.
Well, what the Northern Territory were doing really good in the last game, Sully, they were kicking before last. So they're on the front foot. They're getting to the last tackle now, being dominated in the...
A little bit of concern here from the WA side for Roses. Takes a while to get to his feet. You can see players putting their hand up for the referee. Nothing in the tackle. I just think it's...
Oh, fell on his leg. Leg collapsed underneath him. Payton Porter with the low tackle.
So time out. As we look at the ladders in the under-18s, all 3 sides on 2 points after day 1. And what we've seen here in the men's, we've got Western Australia and Northern Territory both on 2. One of them will jump to 4 after this match, or maybe even 3. This is interesting, Caleb. There's a... Oh, it is a trainer too. We thought a lady was running on with a handbag. As we look at the try, the only try so far is a lovely scrum move by Carney Solomon.
Yeah, and it's Rangi Hiata there. That's just...
He did well. He was the key.
Just stopped them. Stopped them dead. As we have a bit of, is it Roses down there in the 23?
Yeah, Adrian Roses.
Lots of sports trainers and doctors out in the field having a look at him.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of attention. And here we go. The Medicap.
Oh, beautiful.
Not if you're on it.
Well, it's better than walking off, I suppose, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The old Medicab, beautiful. Well, I suppose it saves them carrying it.
I'm not saying it's great.
No, I was not.
I'm saying it's good for the injured player.
He's up and about anyway.
Mate, he's been willing, Roses, when he's been out there. And sometimes these carnival footy, Sully, it comes down to a bit of a battle of attrition, doesn't it?
Oh, my word, it does. You're playing, a lot of go-go footy, and it's preparation, and it's what you do at the end of the day. And sometimes how many you got left standing with squads of 20. The doctor stretching out as he makes his way off the field. So it'll be Northern Territory's ball. As the rain starts to tumble here at the home of the Burleigh Bears. Pizzy Park.
There's Delayed Edwards back out there.
He's just come back onto the field. So quick shift there. A flat ball at best. It's Northern Territory. Look to roll into enemy territory as they try and equal up. Coombs. Wedding looks around. Which way will he go? He goes left. Seddon Kernoff. He puts it high in the air. Woolley tested. Takes the test. Passes well.
Beautiful take. No fear.
And gets a penalty for his side. He's done a good job so far. Eligible to play in the under-18s tournament. Playing for the men's. Has had a good start to this tournament, young Ryan Woolley. Couple of tries in game one. But now they're going to make him be a ball boy as well.
Is he going to get it? He is too. They are going to make him be a ball boy.
Well, it's raining, Caleb.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Let's get that one on there too.
Fui taps and goes. Tamia. Edwards scheming. His first touch of the footy since he's come on. Proudler, short pass today.
Got a good combination on that left side, those two.
Jeffries, they bounce again. Fires a long pass, picked up by Jacobson. Has he got the speed? Tyler Hunt coming across, brings him down, but a great intercept try. You could see it opening up, and Jacobson said, I'm going to have a crack. Have a crack, he did. If they can let the ball talk, they're short on the left edge, but it'll be a penalty.
Tell you what, Jacobson is cramping to the max. He's come off.
Well, they've done the quick F-pass. I would have taken the 2.
They're down by 4, aren't they?
Exactly, but still, look how long to go. 20 minutes. You never know in this situation. Let's come back to that moment at the end of the game.
Okay. We'll come back.
Wedding. Setting Kernoff, they get, Northam again.
No.
And here's a bubble. I tell you what, Philly, we've got a foot race. Setting Kernoff, he showed some speed.
Got him in about 20 metres.
I know, he had Woolley inside. Woolley now gets out of dummy half, Setting Kernoff again. Been good. Pair up. Proudler. This time finds Day. He had ring ahead floating around the back. He's popped it up. Out the back it goes. Cleaned up by Butcher. Completion.
Should have found Rangi out of there. He had him. They had the numbers.
Win Ryan. Completion by both sides. Not good at the moment. Smith. Weeding.
Another player just eaten by Payden Porter there. Northam.
Seddon Kernoff so far. Western Australian side have looked after him as Butcher. Butcher dabs it through. It's going to play on. 6 to go. Hands goes in the air. Seddon Kernoff gets out of the tackle of Hunt. Holmes. Darcy Holmes. Bjorn Crotty says good afternoon. Braun. He gets it on quickly to Smith. Smith slowly to his feet. Might be a problem here. And Eddie Proudler helps him up, taking a while to get to his feet.
I don't know how many more props they can afford to lose here in Northern Territory. We've already seen Roses get
medicapped
off. And he was a goer, and Smith's been an honest toiler in the middle for them.
He's having trouble to get to his feet.
Which means that Adam Hall, who hasn't played a lot of footy in 6 months, like you said, he'll be in for some big stints.
Now I think this might be the end of the day for Stephen Smith. He is in a lot of pain with that ankle. Use the facilities, Caleb. We've got a Medicap. Use it again.
He looks like he's in a bit of a better spot than the other. Who's your tip for tonight, Sully?
Tonight? What's on tonight?
Oh, no, not tonight. It's tomorrow night, isn't it? Wait. No, the league's on tonight.
Only joking, Caleb. I've tipped the Cowboys.
The Cows?
Does it make Smith makes his way off the field, Stephen Smith. Hall back on. His time on is blown back on. Butcher, short pass. High tackle on Shane Smith. From Delane Edwards, it's only just clopped his chin. No reports today, so let's keep it at that.
Thank you for saying that live on air for everyone to hear, Sully.
What?
The death knell.
Oh, yeah,
surely get one.
Oh, yeah, that's true too, yeah. Oh, dear, we hope not. I know the the team's managers don't want to do that as Hall underneath.
Oh, he's done
Good,
well.
strong runners. Hall, he's carried 4 Western Australians with him. Long pass. He hasn't touched the footy much, and there's a knock on.
Darcy Holmes has dropped that one cold.
Yeah, he got a quick pass, I suppose. He thought Seddon Kernoff may have went himself.
As he has done quite a bit.
We haven't seen a lot in this second game from the NTs. Number 13, Lachlan Braun. I'd like to see him just get on an edge.
Mate, he was good against Vic, breaking tackles for fun. He's got that nice stocky build, makes him very hard to handle. As Solomon takes the first hit up, as he normally does.
Similar to the WA's number 12, Donkin. He's looked dangerous as once again. Tyler Thomas, a good strong carry. Edwards gets his WA side over halfway. Jeffries, there got a packed short side. Day ball finds the ground. Grant.
Knock on first from Northern Territory.
That's why I was wondering why it slowed down. You watch the replay here. Jeffries had players everywhere. Yeah, there's the knock on there. From the 3, Caleb Niki. So Western Australia, 40 out from their try line. Proudly will feed the scrum. Come back that short side again. Terrible pass in the back of the scrum from Edwards. Solomon cleans it up as it goes backwards. Edwards wrapped up by Hall. Eventually slammed on his back. And gets a penalty. Adam Hall looks at the referee and says, really? There's now Crotty. Oh, he nearly had the hand free to pick up Wilson Wiley. Swooping around the back. Smith. Hunt. Short pass there for Donkin. Wilson Wiley. Smith snuck out a dummy half. Through the dummy, then picked up. Proudler. Ring your header. What's he going to do? He fires a long pass for Thomas. Thomas skips off the left. Still going.
Bring it out of there, just easy as you like.
Ball finds the ground. Slippery ground now. Edwards just does the jink. Comes back to this left edge. He's got runners. Can he use them? Still going. Doesn't need them. Edwards. Held up.
Ooh.
Very close on the last tackle. This game is a tight encounter as Proudler just pokes the ball through. The bounce for Woolley was there. Coming across, I'm going to say knock on first as Donkin picked the crumbs up.
Great kick.
It was a great kick.
Beautiful finish to the set there.
But Woolley couldn't grab it.
Tell you what, it's only 4-0 still.
Exactly.
Like, crazy. They should have taken the 2. No.
Well, here's a mistake.
Oh, no.
Northam again. He hasn't had a happy game.
No.
Definitely hasn't. He's made some mistakes, and in this area. And there's the bobble.
Yep. Ref saw that was right in front of the ref as well. As soon as that ball bobbles and touches the ground.
And Kate Donkin's new. They're going to go the short side here.
Touched.
Edwards did. Touched by the NT side. Are they going to say? Yeah, I think touch judges. It's going to say NT first. He originally ruled that Tyler Hunt had knocked it on. You called it early, and the touch judge gave a little bit of a help for his friend. So now a wonderful opportunity. Another one for WA. They've had the footy the last 5 minutes. They're going to go to the short side again as it came out ugly. Fui tackled on that far side of the field. Hunt. Wilson Wiley. As the rain continues to fall. Smith finds Edwards. Edwards in turn, Proudler. Rangahedi. Short pass there for Solomon. It's going to be hard to stop. They won't stop him.
Rangahedi, but great ball movement. I will say Northern Territory have been very brave in this game. They've defended the whole time.
They have. And as you just mentioned a minute ago, it was only still 4-0. You look at this beautiful ball movement. There's an intent there. As you say, just gives a rampaging Carney Solomon room to move. You're not going to stop him from there. And takes it out to an 8-0 lead as Solomon will look to convert his own try.
And just another one of those nice straight unders runs that we love so much, mate.
It's a gift. I love it. Something that people work on since they're kids.
And the thing is, obviously, when you run that line, you are going to get lit up sometimes. You just are. But if you're brave enough to run it, more often than not, you are going to see clear air or at least get a quick play the ball.
So Solomon now, he won't muck around. He'll move in. We'll watch the touch judges as he's pushed it to the right. Now, if you take the 2 earlier, that's 8-2 with 12 to go.
You are correct, James Sully Sullivan. Beautiful pass from Rangiata. And again, the ball movement, Delane Edwards, Eddie Proudler, Rangiata, Solomon. Just beautiful. From that one edge, bang, 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 no issues. Decoys everywhere. That's the footy you want to be seeing.
And just off the back of a mistake, that's the key. Teams make mistakes, you've got to make them pay. And it's been a real grind in this 28 minutes.
Tell you what, I'd like to see Tyler Arnn have a run. Just let loose with the ball a little bit.
Butcher, it's a nice kick. They'll be looking for a mistake as 2 players, Hunt and Donkin, get a little bit too close for comfort. Wilson Wiley. Good tackle underneath. Darcy Holmes. Through there, Smith.
Great run.
Crotty goes to dummy half straight away. Looks for Proudler. Proudler. Rangahedi. Solomon. The formulas worked before. He pops the pass back inside. Rangahedi.
Ooh, straightens into the wrong guy.
Good tackle. Coombs.
I've liked
Proudler again. He's got runners inside. Throws the dummy. Smith. Regatta fires it past quickly out for Hunt. Hunt puts it high in the air, no pressure. And taken nicely. Kunalungi hasn't seen a lot of footy.
I've liked what he's done.
Me too, but he hasn't seen a lot of footy.
He is on that edge outside Seddon Kernoth, who does like to run it rather than pass. And it doesn't help that Northam's dropped it twice in this game.
That's a good point you make.
You know, especially while Nicky and Grant, they're seeing quite a bit of the ball because they've got Butcher on their side.
Short kick there, Butcher. A little bit of work there, Seddon Kernworth. Tell you what, and the penalty, is it a high tackle? Ruled high.
It's high. I don't think it's more than that. I think he's kind of run into Ryan Woolley as he's falling. But look at this here. He gets tackled from behind. And then Woolley's standing there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sandwich, that.
So not fun for Seddon Kernoth. He's cramping though. I think he's cramping more than anything.
Well, that's a good thing then. It's not a head problem.
That's what when you get hit in the head or shoulder and you have to stretch your calf. A lot of people with sore calves out there at the moment.
He's going to make his way off the field, though. Young Isaac, Seddon Kernoth.
I've liked his output today, though.
Well, he's been outstanding in both halves, or both games he's played.
Competes every play.
To a penalty, high tackle, as he slipped into it. If anything, I thought Pera was probably careless.
It was Woolley, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought there was two in the tackle.
Woolley and Fui.
Oh, it was Fui. My apologies to Pera. Coombs. So now, Northern, can they get themselves back in the game? Only trail 8-0. NT. Butcher will want it. Butcher gets it. He had runners outside him, still going himself. Trying to make the pass, and the ball's gone loose. Now, Robert Butcher trying to do his best to get his side closer to this WA team. And that could have been interesting as Woolley now comes and looks for the football. Gets tangled up with Donkin. And get a penalty. Looks like there was a little kick in the play the ball. That's the referee's interpretation.
Interesting one.
It'll be a relieving penalty for WA.
Here we go. So we have another look at it. Ryan gets up to play it. Oh, yep, there it is. Little one from Seri there.
Little left foot.
There's Ryan Woolley plays ball boy again.
You can have a pie and a drink after the game.
Is that what it is?
That's what it used to be when I was.
Did you have to do all 3 games?
It was 50 years ago. Anyway.
Oh, and Talmia drops that tackle 1.
Talmia.
Great tackle from Darcy.
Hasn't had a lot of opportunities, Talmia, so I think when he gets on, he's a little bit keen. Unfortunately, in that stage, he's dropped the football.
It is a good shot. Look at this. Bang, right under the ball.
Yeah, great tackle.
Beauty from Holmes.
There's not much of him, Darcy Haynes, but he's put some good shots on. Butcher. I'd like to see Wedding try and get out of dummy half if he could. Butcher gets to his feet again. Bromley. Bromley plays it for Northam. Northam gets it. Drag backwards. Porter. DeMeo. Coombs. He threw the dummy, and all of a sudden he got hit by a truck as Peyton Porter come across and lined him up. Thomas.
Peyton Porter has lit up anyone that's gone anywhere near him today.
Thomas does well, pops it back for Solomon. Ringietta, Woolley into the middle of the field looking for a bit of work. Gets his side over halfway. Edwards finds Noble. Noble skips off that left foot. Rolls forward. Proudler underneath for Tarrant. Tarrant inside. Ringietta. Can he keep it alive? He looked to pop it up just as he was hitting the ground, but hung onto the football. Jeffries. Butler. Edwards. Jeffries coming around, swooping around the back. Fires a long pass out. Day still going. Tackled a metre out.
Oh, they might hit Peyton Porter short here. Nope.
Proudler puts the kick through, picked up beautifully. Blomley, I think it is, cleans the situation for NT.
What a catch. Wow. Oh, and then that's just poor.
Now they've knocked it on, did all the hard work.
That's just lazy from Win Ryan there, I think. They're tired. Both teams look a little tired.
Let's have a look. Sure, Blomley there. Win Ryan's a dummy half. Yeah.
Just lazy.
Yeah. Proudler does his bit. So Western Australia with 4 minutes left. We try and completely finish off the Titans. They float around and around. Got Thomas. He'll go himself. Still going. Referee said he's gone into touch. So some good work there from Neek.
Did Thomas slip over there? Which is why Rangiata was by himself?
We'll watch the replay shortly and we'll be able to know.
Yeah, he does. He slips over.
I thought he did the right thing coming inside, but then he slipped over. So now NT, try and bring it out, but once again in their danger zone. Northam. Tomia puts him on his back with a little bit of a help from Butler. Butcher fires a long pass out for Smith. Last tackle. Butcher gets plenty of it too.
Yep.
The referee's going to say...
Yep, too much pressure on the
kicker
kicker there.
Late. So the sun comes out as we roll into the final 2 minutes. There was a lot of pressure on him. It's hard when you're committed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the referees are for, to determine that. So we move on.
Jacob McCarthy now. Middle of the field. 22 out. Braun hasn't had a lot of football. Still going though, underneath in a good tackle. Dwayne Butler. Short pass. Carreri. He picked up. Doyle it was. Jacob McCarthy again.
Ooh.
Tries to go from dummy up. You could hear the noise. Seddon Kernoff it was. Tried to take him on. You see the head go backwards. Popped in, picked up. Tamia cleans it up nicely.
Like they meant it.
Darcy Holmes, that was, not Doyle. Edwards, the dummy half. Woolley gets through the tackle, then flung to the ground by Braun.
Didn't think it was that bad. Gets up. Moving on.
Yep, Braun puts his hand up. Sorry, boys.
Here we go. Minute left. Can WA men's finish in a flourish here? Northern Territory, 8 points. They've and like we said before, they've done the majority of the defending. So I think they'd be fairly happy with that.
Well, it's been a committed effort from this NT side. Porter. Jeffries. Proudler calls Crotty underneath. And yeah, Williams back inside. Donkin.
Running out of there, hits Donkin, and Donkin goes, all right, dead straight it is.
Jeffrey, trouble here. Oh, Jeffrey's trying to keep it alive. Unfortunately knocked on, and that'll be probably a little sloppy finish to the game.
Yeah. I think Northern Territory have been fairly brave. WA have been the better side.
Oh, yeah. And after a good effort, NT defeating Victoria. So the standings are the end of day one in the men's. It'll have Western Australia on 4. Northern Territory 2 as the kicks put in, knocked on. Referee will blow full time as Butler just hangs onto the football. So as I was just going through the ladder on the end of day one, Western Australia 4, Northern Territory 2, Victoria on none. And in the under 18s, all three sides on 2 points.
On 2 points apiece. I think WA will lead simply from the fact that they won their game 6-0.
Right. There wasn't much between them. No, you're right.
But it'll be very close. And, mate, to be honest with you, looking forward to tomorrow's games.
Well, as I say, day two's D-Day. It's always a good day, and you see how teams pull up after injuries, and we'll just have a look at these tries. Western Australia's tries, only 2 of them, of course.
Just nice and easy. Rangihiata did all the hard work, and Solomon just put it into his winger's breadbasket.
Jacobson with an intercept. Tyler Hunt had a streak across to the other side of the field. And he just gets enough on him.
Oh, yeah, and then this is when
Fui.
Kernoff
Seddon Curve, how quick's he?
picks up Fui in 20 metres, giving him a 10-metre head start.
And just to finish it off, Edwards found Proudler, that man again. Gave Carney Solomon a lovely run to the line. So that's the end of day one. We hope you've enjoyed all the action. We look forward to bringing it to you tomorrow morning from 10 a.m.